Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in. It's Thursday night, and it is time for some Rocket League action for the second week of Cross Progression Leagues, Alpha and Omega. This is our specialized 2v2 league, still with a prize pool that will leave you on the floor with how incredible these players are. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Culver'sl. I'm going to be your caster and commentator for this entire matchup. It is going to be a best of 5 series between GC1 and GC2s. That's what Liminal means for this entire series. And of course, because they had so many people in 2 different leagues, this is actually going to be a Division A versus Division B in the long run. So you're going to see many people in the Liminal League fighting for a $60 cash prize up against the other group that is looking for the other 40 if they take second place here. We also have Challengers League at C1-C3. We have an Awakening League at Diamond 3 and below. And of course, the high ballers is going to be Progressive at GC3 and above, and Transcendent at SSL 1900 for $150. Folks, it has been fantastic to be here and back in the action as I get back into an appropriate outfit, ladies and gentlemen, because it has been a minute for me casting, it's been a minute for me streaming, and that's because I lost my job. No one's fault. It is just the way it goes whenever companies go down, but it is what it is. We are moving on. I had to take that time to secure another job, plus some concerns with broadcast assistant and all that and so on and so forth. But overall, though, it is going to be a fantastic matchup. Let's actually get into the game itself here. We're going to talk about Culver'sl versus Master Oogway's Disciples, version 2. There are 2 current rosters going on, ladies and gentlemen, for these 2 teams. And the Alpha Omega 2v2 League, of course, has a max of 3, but you can see that they're using only 2 people on their roster for each of them. Fairly close, about give or take 4 or 5 game difference in average peak MMR. Invincible actually going to be the player I watch out for the most the entire time. Both these teams currently 0-1, both of them having their struggles to get along. Culver'sl especially getting all the way to Game 5 against SP Ascend last week and losing out in the long run. However, that does not end our progress here, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of time in the week to make your way. And again, 2 separate divisions going on, so you can still cut your way through and find your way to the very top. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to go ahead and get us going. As I go ahead and give these players their okay. I just got to make sure that ping was not for me. It was not for me. Great. Folks, let's get it on if all players are ready. I also am playing in this league as well. However, I am a level below. I'm here at C1 through C3 with my squad, and over at New Balance Data Association. Now, of course, Culver'sl having Optic, of course, being one of the players I am very familiar with on this ride. And, of course, Invincible being one of the top salary players. I believe they actually peaked near GC3, but that was Season 14, which at this point we're at like Season 40 or something. I don't know. They reset everything. It got really confusing for me. But going into 2v2 especially, this is going to be a more comfortable mode for me. A little bit less on the variety of positioning here. Instead, you're going to have a lot of people trying to stand out with single plays, such as Clueless going up for an aerial. It's going to be Young Noble Steed over in the orange for Master Oogway's Disciples. Working with Clueless here, they have such a competitive edge right now. They put a lot of pressure up against Culver'sl. However, they are not afraid of trying to break away here. Culver'sl gets cut down, a bit too greasy against them as Invincible has to cut back, and a bit of a team conversation on that front post as they're trying to break away. What's very fun about 2v2, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is you're going to see that momentum shift so quickly. Shots on. Clueless able to get the final touch here. And it's going to be a beautiful setup. Optic tries to win out in the 50. And the unfortunate circumstance here is Clueless was on top of him, gets the friendly bounce, sends it right down low, and that's going to be how they take it away. Is at this time, folks, I do want to give a shout out to our sponsors of KCG Gaming, New Age Gaming, BB Game, as well T-Shock, and I believe New Age Esports, and I believe there's one more that is Hard Shell as well. Hard Shell, I believe, works with Master Oogway's disciples because they also have a turtle. Could be wrong here. As another addition, folks, don't forget they do have Clip of the Week submissions. If you are in the Cross Progression League Discord and you see one of these players pop off and find something beautiful out in the sky, out in that great green azure above before they hit the ceiling, then make sure to grab that clip for him. I will do my best to do so as well. As Young Noble Seed goes for a flip reset, but no momentum behind it. I love that decal. He's got it rocking right now, too. Clueless goes for a flip reset. Can't get the confirmation sound. I do appreciate that update. Optic goes for the dunk. Ooh, tries to get a 50, but just a bit too far away. It's going to be Young. Denies Clueless, able to scramble, gets the ball back. Floater across the crossbar, not going to be enough. Optic, just a bit too far away. That's the fascinating thing about twos as well. You can either utilize as much time and space as you can and just find those 1v1 opportunities, be able to put some power and some hurt on the ball in order to set each other up, or you can find a nice center and a feed right back from Optic to Invincible. All starting from that corner play from Invincible. And he is able to send it down and away. Beautiful shot for him. Just gets right behind the defender as well. Makes him feel comfortable with it. Now 1-1 between Master Oogways and Culver'sl. The Disciples able to get the ball away from their backboard. Optic sees the ball is off target, knows someone jumped, realizes Invincible is calmed, he hasn't moved yet, knows it is one of the Disciples, but it's not going to be enough. Good corner play from Invincible. Tries to put it center, that's right to Optic. What a cut by Noble Steed, and they have a breakaway goal off the defense from the Steed, who bucks at the baseline and is able to pull away here. As Rose, they've also updated the spectator view for Rocket League. For folks not in the know, they actually have another update coming soon. On top of Unreal Engine 6, skipping right over 5, they're also getting rid of the randomization of demos. When you get demoed, you can decide, am I spawning left or am I spawning right? And the timing you will need and the game sense you will possess if you can play that well in order to take that positioning, it's going to be incredible. Still a little bit of time left on the prediction as well. If you are listening in, I will make sure to get that closed off. Oh, that's going to be a heartbreak. So it's confusion on that right side of the pitch. Invincible and Optic both near each other, and Clueless making them feel confusion. Takes that goal away. 2-goal difference. Less than 90 seconds left to go. Master Oogway's Disciples may not have been able to play week 1, but they're going to make their mark here in week 2. Able to find a goal. I need to fix that camera. Optic gets the challenge at the baseline. Can't pick up the ball. Invincible, last one back, but that's a pass over to Clueless. Clueless floats it, tries to get away, but it's going back to Young Noble Steed. He's going to get it over Invincible. Invincible, not going to be able to break away. Optic gets bumped. Just a bit more confusion. And keep in mind, folks, 2 is not a magic number here. You are not safe if you have 2-goal difference. This game shifts in momentum so rapidly, especially in 2v2. Again, you have so much more open space. You have so much opportunity to maintain boost, to pick up more pads. It does not matter where you are. You can never be on a goose egg. And if you are, that's just poor boost management, or you're in the sky at that point in time. Clueless, speaking of taking flight, gets countered. That's a 50. Invincible racing up into the air, but Noble Steed has grown some wings and made himself like a Pegasi. Able to find that block, puts it right back to Clueless. Optic, 15 seconds to go. If they want to have a chance to put this into OT on game 1, they have to buck. They have to look for an opening. That's not going to be enough here. They're going to break over to the sideline, and that's going to put game 1 in favor of Master Oogway's Disciples version 2. I mean, overall, it's been a good game for them, too. I mean, just look at that stat breakdown. Just some incredible defense coming out from Master Oogway. as they just fight for positioning the entire time. And 3 saves coming out from Noble Steed and Clueless, able to force that momentum back. Near similar shots on both sides, but it's just not enough for Culver'sl to break through. Instead, they got to look into game 2. They have to try to pull it back here. As we get ready for the next map, folks. I know you're ready for the action. And I am as well. With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into game 2. We're heading to DFH Stadium. You know what, Big Papa Grape? You are correct. 2 is the magic number. This is version 2 of Master Oogway's Disciples. Let me get rid of that overlay. They have played so well in game 1, and now Invincible and Optic are looking for another opening. Invincible is going to fire the first shot and get the first goal. What a look from Invincible, able to curve the bullet over the top and right in under the crossbar. Moving on here. It looks like Invincible has another chance, goes for a fake, pass over to Optic. Optic skirts it by, hits the post, but fixes the mistake. Incredible outplay from Invincible. And Optic, a pre-flip before the ball even came at him. Flipped for the shot. A little bit off target, but you know they're pretty happy with how that placed. Anyways, it bounced right towards the center of the net. Incredible outplay as young Noble Steed's going to pick up a kickoff goal now. In the exact opposite vein, we're seeing a nice little back and forth. Young Noble Steed picks up the 3rd goal of game 2. And they're not going to stop here. We're barely 30 seconds in, already halfway through, actually matching game 1. And flipping the scoreboard while we're at it. Optic gets the lucky roll. Finds a nice slope to curve the ball up. And in a point of martyrdom, still makes it count. Incredible shot. Ball 50. Noble Steed takes the 50 again. Pops it off of Optic, who tries to recover in time. Unfortunate breakdown. Still a 1-goal game. Not much you can do about that one, honestly, folks. Just play the best you can. Keep it going. Keep it rolling. Back in it. 5 goals now. 6 kickoff. 50 from Optic. And a shot from Invincible is going to be off target. He feeds it back to the opposite side. Clueless is going to pick this one up. Optic sees some space. Tries to outplay Clueless, but Clueless outplays him. Great cut from the Disciples as Clueless rises up, drops the ball down. No help there in time for him as Noble Steed was trying to play back, buy some time. Everyone on the Culver'sl side is upfield right now, so Noble Steed looking for a shot. Optic comes in from behind, picks up a great save. Clears it away. Invincible looking for a pass down center, but Optic didn't like where he was, didn't have enough boost in the tank, was on a goose egg, forced to feed this ball upfield. Back in the opposite direction. It won't be enough here. Instead, it's going to be Invincible. Off the side of the wall. Kills the momentum, just tries to get the opponents away, but it's not going to pop enough over JJ. Optic was waiting for the challenge, waiting for the shot attempt. Invincible out. Double the amount of whiffs. My goodness. Noble Steed looking for a high up shot. Was almost on target there. I think it would have hit the crossbar and out, but still the threat was there. Almost a tying goal for the Disciples. Invincible playing the midline. Optic just a bit too excited about that one. Just went more forward than up on his challenge there. No boost in the tank as well. Goes for the side boost. Gets 100. It's going to be Invincible. Trying to play off the backboard. Oh, another conversation happens at the half-court line. Mistimed as they continue to play through. Noble Steam will get the tying goal off the backboard pass from Clueless. And that's just good basic Rocket League as well. Hard shot off the backboard. Invincible caught flat-footed. Tries to get it after the bounce. It's not going to be enough. Noble Steed is on top of it. Sends it in. Now it's 3v3. 3-2-3. Wow. Words. Unfortunately, Clueless 0 for 3 right now. Has 3 assists to the name. No shots on the target. It's going to be all Noble Steed, who's trying to find a few more. Shooting at 50% right now. Goes up high. Invincible at the catch. Countered. Cat below my feet. Everyone say hello to the cat. Optic. Takes the feed from Invincible. Drives it down the center line. Gets knocked off target by Clueless. JJ. Over to Steed. Steed countered by Invincible. Optic fakes and is opting to bring it back. That's good court vision. Immediately cuts it down. Sets it up for a center, but Invincible passes to nothing but air. Looking for a nice 1-2 again. Unfortunately, it's just going to be Clueless. Invincible got his flip back off that backboard touch, but probably didn't need it. Good counter touch. Pressure surmounting on the side of Master Oogway's disciples. Culver'sl is finding their space. They're trying to turn up the heat in the kitchen. They need to add a little bit more butter to the ball. If you don't get it, it's because you've never been to Culver'sl. Try to break this one down like concrete. Pass towards center. Clueless sends it off. JJ takes it off and away. Misplay by Optic. Optic's not in position to help out with Invincible. Invincible has to play safe. Good counter touch, but it's going to be taken away by Steed. Steed bumped off. Can Optic clear the ball? Opting not to go. JJ in the corner against Invincible. Steed rising up, forced to corner. One more touch. Puts it right behind Invincible, but it's not going to be enough. 20 seconds left to go. JJ forced to 50. Optic clears away back to the orange side of the pitch. Is not going to give this one up yet. It's going to be Steed taking flight. Puts it down, looks for JJ, and finds the one who's invincible in the corner. Will continue to put pressure on. Picks up the ball. Is Optic there in time? Denied by Steed as he rises up once again. Someone give him a Red Bull. For the first time, we're in Game 2 OT. It's going to be Optic taking flight. Goes to challenge. Invincible tries to block. Missed flip. Missed input. And that's going to be the Disciples taking Game 2 off of Heartbreak for Invincible, who is just a bit too alacritous. And that is going to put us over into Game 3. Match point. Just look at those stats. I mean, 50% shot accuracy for Steed, 50% for Clueless, JJ, and 100% goal participation for JJ as well. Not to say Culver'sl did not cook, but sadly, the lunch rush just broke this team down. Actually, I should say dinner rush, really. Think about it. But overall, though, both teams have put on a fantastic show. However, it's just been Oogway's disciples, able to take advantage at the end of the day. And that's how they're able to break them down. Overwhelming pressure, great shots, and just catching the misinputs from Culver'sl. Culver'sl struggling a little bit here. But not a problem. We are going to be hopefully getting into this Game 3. There we are. Match point. As both teams are on their way. We're going to have Optic playing the corner. Gets a high flip. They did take the first goal in Game 2. However, it wasn't enough. After getting a 2-goal difference at max, ended up losing out in the long run and forced into OT. Invincible puts that one straight down into the hole, finds a birdie. And that's going to be how they break away here. Just a bit of a misrotation. JJ playing a bit too far upfield, gets caught out as that ball gets a bit away from him. Another counter touch here. Steed not close enough to get a kickoff goal on this one. It's going to be Optic. Puts the ball towards the net. Not going to be quick enough for Invincible, who is now going to play the corner. Kills the ball back in that side. He's trying to find some space. Won't be able to get away. Invincible comes back with plenty of boost in the tank. Belly full of OJ. Can't catch up to the ball. Instead, it's going to be Optic getting the save. Tries to find an opening space. Noble Steed taken down. Got cornered and corralled into that left post. It's going to be Noble Steed now once again taking flight. Looks for an opening. Goes for a ground pinch, but doesn't have enough momentum. It's going to be Invincible. Off the sidewall, over to Optic. Optic might have the space, might have the time. Double tap. No! Oh, a misdirected play. That's going to be JJ tying it up on a runaway goal. About to be play of the week material. And sadly, Optic is going to break down at the goal line with JJ. No spin, no tricks, just pure gas. Makes his way away. Optic not one to be outdone, finds a beautiful save, but it's going to be still in JJ's possession as the Disciples are looking to take the lead right back. Demo, that's the first demo we've seen from either side. Booms the ball upfield over to Invincible. Invincible tries to beat it. Optic tries to meet him, and that might be a breakdown in defense. Invincible's got to scramble. Does JJ have the momentum? Gets countered by Invincible at the end and steals the boost as well. Great clear from Invincible, who is playing his heart out right now. Trying to keep the team in the fight. Goes for a flip reset, has the opening, gets denied by Noble Steed. Able to hit the fence right at the end, gets blocked. Card declined as he tries to cash out. Invincible gets blocked away. Noble Steed, redirect, puts it back forward for JJ, who's low on boost. Not a way I don't mind. I like that attempt. Slow the ball down, force him into an awkward position. Invincible wants it up high. Instead, he's going to have to place it awkwardly into the corner. Optic might have just passed it over to JJ and taken boost from Invincible, who's now on a goose egg, just looking for some speed. I think the other team thought he might have had plenty of boost in the tank. Instead, it's going to be JJ breaking away. Sees his teammate at mid. Tries to set him up for a pass, but it's going to be Invincible. Able to find enough momentum. Tries to get one more. Can they get it away in time? There it is. Great defense. Awkward, if we're being honest. Almost a rule one, but Optic broke the rule one. Now he's trying to get away. Now he's trying to find the net. He can't get there in time. Instead, has to see if he can get a bump. It's not going to be enough. 80 seconds left to go. Invincible. Down on the blue side of the pitch. Pass over to Optic. Optic gets beat. JJ tries to get there in time for a pass. Fakes it, thinking Optic was going for it. Invincible takes out JJ. Steed takes the ball. Fires towards the net. A dinger on the crossbar. Invincible tries to save it, but it's not enough at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to put them up 2-1. Master Oogway's Disciples banks the ball down and in after quite the volley between these two teams. Culver'sl looking for a wake-up call. Going to be Invincible. Countered. JJ, plenty of space, plenty of time, puts the ball on net. Invincible can't get there in time. And reminiscent of game one, now it feels like Master Oogway's Disciples are looking to put this one to bed. 2-goal difference, 45 seconds left. They need to do something different if you are Culver's. Optic tries to get upfield for the feed from Invincible. However, will be cut down in the end. Backwards flick, centered by JJ. It's going to be a perfect feed to Noble Steed. And that's just been the way it goes. JJ just finding Noble Steed, and a beautiful buck from Steed finds a great opening. However, they will not go quietly into the night. Now they found their second goal of this game 3. If they are going to tie it up, they need to be alacritous. They need to work quickly and with some agility. 26 seconds left to go. 7th kickoff of the game. Steed forces the ball into the corner, but Optic can pick this one up. He's got so much space, so much time. Is he going to try and force this one up high? Gets away from JJ. Invincible looking for a demo from Optic on Steed, but he's not going to be enough. Optic forced to 50. It's down in the corner. That might not be enough space. That might not be enough time. That's going to set it down. Game 3, set and match. That is going to end the way of the Oogway Disciples version 2. With an incredible run overall, JJ standing out in this performance with 3 goals for himself. And Noble Steed picking up a goal as well. But Culver's trying to block, only denying half the shots. Overwhelming momentum was the name of the game, and Master Oogway's Disciples, if there is anything they were taught by their master, speed is key. Keep them guessing. They never know what will be coming next. But with that in mind, folks, that is going to be the end of this broadcast. Let's talk about my favorite play of the game right now, ladies and gentlemen. As I grab that clip real quick. I believe it was this one. This is one of my favorite clips we got to see this evening, ladies and gentlemen. It was a beautiful pass out center. I apologize, it's not the right clip. What? Or was it? Actually, I am correct. This was a beautiful 50 right down to center as a redirect opportunity from JJ over to young Master Steed. And that's going to be how they close out the game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I have someone in the lobby, apparently, who is still raring to go. But with that coming from me, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this broadcast. It's been great to get back into the casting booth again. And, of course, I do want to once again give a shout out to all the sponsors. You can see them up here in the top right of our screen as they take care of us this season, provide that money for the prize pool. I'm going to find us another match to go to in the meantime as we close out here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been quite some fun. I forgot how dark this room gets whenever I don't have all my lights on. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We will be coming back to streaming in July as well. That will be myself, Holly, and Chris, all of us together. Sounds like we're going to be doing some Elden Ring runs. As I look to see who is casting next, or if someone's casting now. I believe Cross Progression League is still casting at this point in time. Yes, I'm right. They're heading straight into Game 4. So, folks, we are going to go ahead and we're going to go to Cross Progression League that is being currently cast by Krusty, the owner of the org herself. She is going to provide an incredible matchup for the same level league. It's going to be Big Bubble level, versus Cosmosis Esports. Oh, that's said Torrent on accident. My fault, folks. But with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us on the broadcast. It's been incredible having you. I will be putting clips up on the various match thread for the teams that played tonight based on what plays I've gotten. You can always go back and grab more clips from the chat, from the stream as well. And of course, if you want to recap the action, you can always go to youtube.com/@IceColdBrew. I keep all the VODs over there as well. But with that in mind, thank you all so very much for joining us on the broadcast. Thank you to the sponsors for this season 1 of Cross Progression League Alpha and Omega. I'm going to go ahead and close this out tonight. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful time.